to be along for the ride. And so the insurance industry has kind of a bad name because you can hurt people.
I'd like to discuss a couple of the characteristics or features of the life insurance product in a moment, but let's just finish the fourth thought in the retirement planning process, which is?
And the fourth phase on the qualified plan on transfer, there are ways around the transfer tax, and if you have proper attorneys drafting trust agreements and the like. But a lot of these insurance contracts, since it's an investment grade with an insurance tied to it, upon death of the owner, it actually blossoms to a higher face amount. So your $1 million IRA might get dropped down to $200,000 or $300,000 cash, or $1 million cash value insurance contract will blossom to maybe $1.5 or $2 million.
So again, I just want to have you understand some thoughts. The numbers, as important as they are, this is purely a concept. Please check with your current advisors and counsel. But number one, when an IRA passes to the next generation, it's never been income taxed before. I don't want it to get confused with estate taxes. But IRAs, qualified accounts, 401k plans, there's never been an income tax implication. And at some point, when the kids get the money, not your spouse, but when the children inherit this IRA account, it will be income taxed at the highest rate. Number one. Number two, the benefits of life insurance. Life insurance ultimately passes tax-free to a beneficiary, and that's income tax-free. Number three of a life insurance characteristic, if structured properly, which all the contracts we put in place are of this style or characteristic, is when you take a distribution, when you look to take money from a life insurance product, the distribution is tax-free. It's first in, first out, meaning you can get your principal out first. So folks, where are you able to put money into an account, have it grow tax deferred, be able to access the cash and not pay an income tax on it? Clients of mine have actually referenced, gee, it sounds like a Roth IRA, which is an after-tax contribution. You're limited to the amount of money you can put in. You're also limited to the amount of money you can put in based on your adjusted gross income. And a lot of the people we work with do have income higher than the limitation, and they're not able to take advantage of it. Comments?
I think some of the things, the Roth is a step in the right direction.
Yes.
But one thing you glossed over, one of the main beneficials to having these non-qualified plans, these lump sum retirement plans that are out there, is that you can get the cash anytime you want.
Yeah, very good.
For any reason you want.
Meaning before 59 and a half, you can access money from a life insurance product without a penalty. If you look at the Roth, if you look at your retirement plans, not only could there be an income tax implication, but there is a 10% penalty associated with earnings and or income from these qualified accounts.
Many people go bankrupt in this world, not because they're bad people, they get disabled. When you have some of these side accounts set up and you're disabled, you can draw the cash as you need to maintain your standard of living. When you get back reemployed into the working environment, you can then pay these back or choose not to pay them back. There's so much freedom that is out there with these things. And you really need to pay attention to when you retire. That's really the focus here. How are you accessing your money?
This show is flying by. We're lucky if we have maybe 4 minutes left. I want to give you some contact information. You can tap and go on to David's website at forgottenequity.com. There's calculators, there's tools, there's opportunities for you to look at and offer some education to you. Should you be a consumer wanting to do this, there's a consumer page. Should you be an advisor, should you be in the mortgage business, there's an advisor page. Any comment on that?
Yeah, you're going to get not your typical financial website. There's a letter from me explaining, setting the stage. There's going to be a Q&A, question and answer, asking you provocative questions, things you think you might know. And we're going to show you an illustrative pop-up window that what you may not know to be the truth. And then as far as a calculator, we're not going to have your run-of-the-mill investment calculators and mortgage calculators. We have what's called the wealth conversion analysis. And it's a very high-level snapshot of what could happen. Our subscriber base, it's an 8-page report, trained professionals on how to present these things to clients.
Super. You've opened me up to these thoughts and concepts and principles. Thank you for the contribution you've shared with me. I'm up to contributing to people and making a difference in their lives, and I'm touching many, many people, so indirectly you've touched these people, and I want to thank you not only for myself but for them because they've thanked me. If you want to reach out to me, I'm saulsimon.com. You can go onto the website, see my picture again, see some information and insight. You can also turn to calling me at 1-888-SIMON-SAYS, SIMONSAYS. And I welcome the feedback, welcome the opportunity should you want some further information. If you'd like to receive a copy of both this show and part 1, please feel free to reach out to the website or the email, and we'll send you a copy at our cost, which is $20. Last comment.
I would just say, take your time, be thoughtful, make sure that your advisors are sitting with you and not looking at their watch. Ask them provocative questions. And again, if you want to learn on our site, Forgotten Equity, we have members licensed across the country in your backyard to sit down with you.
Super. Thanks for being a guest on the
pleasure.
program. Folks, times have changed. We need you to be open-minded to these changes. You need to be responsible for your financial decisions and your planning. You can't rely on people and have them do this and say they're taking care of you, because ultimately it's going to affect you. I had a situation recently with a doctor, and this doctor's not talking to this doctor, not talking to this doctor for a parent of mine, and ultimately I or the children and the patient needs to be responsible for this. So I just say this as an example. Be responsible, take the time. Not only do you have to work hard to make money and accumulate money, but you need to learn and manage it. I want to thank you for tuning in. I hope to hear from you, and I welcome your feedback and input. And if you need some educational tools, we'll be more than willing to forward them to you as a resource. Have a wonderful day. Good luck to you, and we'll see you soon. Take care. Bye-bye.